We are still in the third and final hour of Good Morning Zimbabwe on a Monday morning. It is the 14th of March 2022. We do hope that you have started off your week well and the day is going great. Now, we are now in our entrepreneurship corner and we are going to discuss all things entrepreneurship. I know this is a very familiar discussion because a lot of people wondering, should I venture into business? What is entrepreneurship? How do I go about it? And we're excited to have in studio Dr. Vere, who is going to walk us through a few things pertaining entrepreneurship, and hopefully we trust that this will help you with your decision-making process. Dr. Vere, good morning.
Morning, Farai. How are you?
I am brilliant. How is your Monday morning?
Monday started very good.
That's great. Now, entrepreneurship, we've spoken about it quite a bit on Good Morning Zimbabwe, but one thing we've realized, it's a word that's being tossed back and forth. Everybody's calling themselves an entrepreneur or wanting to go into entrepreneurship. What really is entrepreneurship, and do we understand what it is?
Thank you so much, Farai, for that powerful question. My belief and understanding is you cannot get into entrepreneurship if you don't understand what it is. Like you rightfully said, a lot of people are tossing the word in the air, and some even call themselves entrepreneurs, and yet they are not. So I would rather start off by defining what entrepreneurship really is. You know, according to my definition of entrepreneurship, it is the unique configuration of resources, human, material, or otherwise, in the form of a business that's run sustainably, obviously bearing all the risks and the rewards inherent in such a business, in response to market opportunities that present themselves obviously in the form of problems and challenges people face. You would like to know that every business that you see existing in the world is a response to challenges people are facing. So any challenge that you face is obviously a business proposal to someone else.
It's a
so
solution.
entrepreneurs comes in with the solutions now in the form of a unique business venture.
All right. So my question, which I think is very important for us to discuss, is entrepreneurship for everybody?
You realize that entrepreneurship is not for everybody. If you follow the Sunday Mail, the business section, second page, I'm also a Sunday Mail columnist there. I've got an article that I penned that states that entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
Yes.
You know, there are those that really understand it and those that have a mind and eye that really identifies opportunities in the market and are wired enough to come up with a unique and innovative solution to those challenges. And obviously, in case those in the form of a sustainable business, those are called entrepreneurs. So not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Everyone else can be a business person. There is a demarcation or clear dividing line between a mere business person and an entrepreneur. Oftentimes we have copy and paste type of people who are just doing what the next door is doing in terms of their business, replicating all the errors and inequities that they are getting that side. So entrepreneurs are unique in their approach, they are innovative and do add value.
Okay, so it is not for everybody. You need to have a specific skill set in order for you to venture into entrepreneurship. And then often we find that people start businesses motivated by, yes, a need to respond to a solution, but also just looking for their own economic emancipation as individuals. But how do entrepreneurs contribute to our national economy?
You'll see to it that without entrepreneurs in an economy, you know, the Vision 2030 becoming an upper middle class income will never gonna be achieved. Because anywhere in the world, if you want to really get a closer look into it, entrepreneurs makes the economy go round or makes the world go round. And Zimbabwe is not excluded from that. This is the reason why almost a number of people are now trying to speak into entrepreneurship because we want to capacitate. There is a skills gap that is evident in most of these guys who are coming up and try to run their businesses. They are running businesses out of the economic environment, not out of the understanding of what actually they are doing. So this is the reason, like I'm saying, we are now up as Institute of Entrepreneurs Zimbabwe, also I'm the CEO, trying to then fill in the skills gap that is visible in those that are running businesses. This is because of the failure rate. There is a 70% failure rate in most SMEs. So we want to make sure that those that start businesses, we fill in those skills gap and they become,
guided.
they are guided through the whole process that I obviously talk about now.
All right. So tell us a little bit about the Institute of Entrepreneurs of Zimbabwe. I believe one of our anchors here, Trinos Longo, is a board member on that particular institute. What is it that you hope to achieve? You spoke about guidance and showing the right processes. What are you teaching entrepreneurs?
Let me just give you a brief background of IOEZ so that you get an understanding of what we are talking about here. You know, IOEZ is founded on the premises that you understand the sustainable development goals, the SDGs, that talks about the eradication of poverty and giving inequality education. We are also driven by African Agenda 2063, whereby we are looking at capacitating and maximizing the utilization of our own endowments as Africans for the benefit of Africans. Coming closer home, our NDS1 obviously speaks into all these issues of capacitating our SMEs so that they can collectively emancipate our economy. We take our economy back on its wheels because of such entrepreneurship activity that would have stimulated. So what we are doing is IOEZ, we are getting far into the rural areas where things are happening. You might want to know that Harare is not Zimbabwe. A number of people who are trying to talk about entrepreneurship and other institutions that have come before us, they are Harare-centric or whichever capital-centric. Whilst we do have people in Gokwe, we do have people in Katerere, in Nyanga there, and in Binga, who are trying to make a living, obviously through running some businesses. They don't have the information as to how these businesses must be run. That's why the failure rate is just big. You see, they are also coming to banks and wanting to borrow money. At times, banks do extend such credit lines to them, but the failure rate now
is high.
And we are coming in and say, we need to be where things are happening. They need not to come to Harare where our head office is. We need to be represented in each and every province.
On the ground.
Obviously with some other strategic partners, banks and others who also want to ride on our wave, because once we train and capacitate everyone who is doing business,
then they have potential customers.
They have potential customers. So this is the trust that we have. And once we achieve that, I'm pretty sure that our economy will be back on its wheel.
Wow, that's some exciting stuff happening there with IOEZ, and we do hope to have you back here because I know there is more to discuss, step by step structure and how to put in place a viable business. So we will definitely have you back here for more conversations. People are hungry and eager to learn and find out how they can be successful entrepreneurs. Just quickly in closing, where do we find you on social media?
If you go on our Facebook page, is Institute of Entrepreneurs Zimbabwe, our YouTube page, our Instagram, and our Twitter page, Institute of Entrepreneurs Zimbabwe.
Excellent. So do reach out there to the Institute of Entrepreneurs Zimbabwe. They do have a lot to give you in terms of guidance on how you can become a viable entrepreneur with a bankable business that will contribute to the national economy. That was our entrepreneurship corner. We now take a look at our